Good, beautiful morning, everyone. And it's our Journal Fridays. And I'm here to do our journaling. And I decided to go live this Friday, guys. I thought it would be fun to talk to you live on our Journaling Friday and have our morning coffee like we do every Friday. And I will just go like I normally go, and if anyone wants to come in or my journalers want to come in, uh, go ahead and do so. You will have to watch it from the beginning though, to see what I was talking about in the beginning. And I have my other phone here for your comments, guys. But good morning, and I'm going to keep this right here by me so that I can see when you come in. All right, and on Fridays we have been journaling. It is also a giveaway, a different kind of giveaway. I try to bring a variety to from playing the games, and doing the journal journey was another form of a giveaway. And we are on week 5. And yes, guys, I did my journaling too. I have it done. And you were to begin your journey. And before I start our journey, I want to show you a couple of things, guys. You're going to love this. I had gotten this book about a week ago, and I marked something that I really, really loved. Do we miss blessings because they are not packaged as we expected? And if any of you would like to know what that is, just get a hold of me. But and or if you don't understand it, but it speaks volumes, and it was by an unknown author. I don't know why, but to me it speaks volumes, because guys, we have so many blessings in our life that we don't realize that they're awesome blessings. And so we don't, it could be the smallest thing, like someone in your life, or watching a YouTube video, or it doesn't have to be packaged in a bow to know it's a blessing. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm going to take a drink of coffee and then I'm going to show you something my parents used to teach me when I was young, guys. I love it. Good morning, good morning. When my mom and dad were raising me and I would get upset or angry at my siblings or whatever, my parents would say to me, why don't you write it out and then burn it? Because once you burn it, it will go away. Your feelings will go away. You'll release, you'll let go. And I'm thinking, okay. So this is something I learned very young. And then, like, when I was underage, like 10, 11, 12, they would be right there when I burned it. But as I got older, I learned to do it. And I come across a book, Burn After Writing. How awesome is that? How, and I love the back here. How honest can you be when no one is watching? That's right, because why? You're gonna write and then you're gonna burn. So as I was growing up, I learned that how to control my anger, how to control my words, by writing them out where no one else would see them and burning it. And I'll tell you what, it was a lesson well learned. And so I am going to go ahead and put the burn book also into this giveaway. So we have lots of things going on here, guys. And thank you, Lisa. Yep, I love it. I'll tell you what, guys, the things that we learn in our younger years bring us into our older years. And I love to stay positive. I love to, um, am I human? Of course. Yes, guys. I get angry. I get sad. I hurt. But here's the thing, I have learned how uh, to manage that, because when you speak your words, they are just as deadly as a knife or a gun, because you can hurt really bad someone with your words. So if we learn to, okay, let the anger come, okay, we're frustrated, we're angry, okay, now let's let it go. Write it out and let it go, because your blessings in life and the universe will bring positivity back to you by letting it go rather than hurting someone. I will never ever intentionally say something to someone who it's going to really hurt them with my words, because once words are spoken, you can never take it back. So now we are on our journey. We had weeks 1 through 4, and I have you guys on here now. Please keep in mind, for any new people, if you want to join the journal journey, you will have to catch up weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. But they're easy. Once you go back and see the questions, there are 9 questions, which are week 1, 2, and 3. So it's easy to answer 9 questions. And then 4 and 5 is when we are going on the journey. That's why we are closing out this giveaway on week 6, because once we get to week 6, I don't think it's possible for anyone to catch up with the giveaway. And I have you all here. Now, if you guys see a little blue square box next to the number, that means you haven't turned in those weeks yet, guys. So try to get your weeks turned in. And I will also put a picture of this in the back of the video. There are a couple of you who are behind on your weeks. So not very many though. So just try and catch up with your weeks. And guys, I'm telling you what, I will no longer be reading. I won't be reading any more of the journals, because now we're getting into the personal part of the journals, and I don't feel like they would want their journal words to be spoken unless you give me permission to read your work, guys. I am keeping track of all your weeks and writing them down, and I read some very, very awesome words that you guys feel. And of course, I got mine done too. Let me check my comments. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I decided to do live on my journal Friday. And last week, we are now doing week 5. And last week, on week 4, we started the journey. So for those of you who might want to hop on to this giveaway, just go back to week 1, where I began the journey. 9 questions take up week 1, 2, and 3. Real easy breezy to get done. And then 4, and then today 5. But the questions on the journey started out with, which I love. Oh, thank you, Amanda. It's so beautiful out here on Fridays. That's why I love, and I hope you all have your tea, coffee, whatever it is you drink in the morning. My preference is coffee. I'm glad you're doing well. All right. And in our beginning of week 4, when the journey began, where are you now? How do you feel about what you are doing in your life right now? And the reason I love that question, guys, is because it makes you look at your life as it is right now. What are you happy about? What are you sad about? What do you want to change? And then the second question to that was, how would you like it to feel? Now, those are deep questions, very good questions. And if you guys want to get with me on some of your answers, feel free. I'm a good listener. I will talk to you. No problem. And now, guys, the second row was, where do you want to go? List the things you would like to be doing this year. Now, I'll tell you what, guys. I write a book on the things I want to do. I am a busy person. I love to do things. I love people. I have my group meetings, my book club meetings. I am a very active person who likes people. And I like to make people happy. And I know when we do good things in our lives, the Lord smiles down on us. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And then the second question to that row was, list the qualities you would like to develop within yourself. How awesome is that? That opens the door for your journey of change. And thank you, Amanda. And that, we all can change. You know, when I hear someone say, oh no, he's no good, he'll never change, or she'll never change, she's always going to be like that. No, people can change, but they have to want to change, look into themselves, and want to become something else. They don't have to stay stuck in the rut they're in. They don't have to stay stuck being angry and mad all the time. They have a choice. God gives us choices, and He gives us those choices so we can choose to be happy. We can choose to be mad. Well, I don't like the mad part because it brings negative feelings. So when I get upset or mad, I'll tell you what, guys, I get it gone right away. I feel it, I analyze it, and I let it go. Because if I don't let go of the anger, it'll fester. And that's how rumors start. That's how people say words they don't mean. All kinds of stuff. And negativity can come from angry feelings. So we need to learn how to channel those. And then the third row was, how will you get there? Hello, Tiffany. What actions do you need to take to work towards what you want to be doing? And some of you, I'm telling you, your answers were phenomenal. So thank you for that. And thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. And then the second part of that row was, what work can you do to embody the qualities you desire? Because what we desire to be is what we're going to show to others. So if you write a desire, then write the qualities on how you're going to get yourself there. How are you going to, okay, I would like to be a positive person. Okay, now how am I going to get there? Where am I right now in my life? How am I going to get to be a positive person and make it stick? And you would be really surprised at the changes you will make very quickly by writing it down, setting it up, and putting it into action. Did you guys ever realize how easy it is to become angry? Like, in the split of a second, how many of you have become angry in a 0 to 100? I mean, that's how easy. But why is it then harder to be nice? Why is showing kindness and love and wanting someone else's happiness, why is that harder to believe than anger and yelling and screaming? I mean, I'd love to know the answer to that. But that was our week 4, and like I said, you guys, some of you are writing out now. See, I put mine in the rows. You see, I put mine, but you don't have to do that. Some of you are doing journal pages where you're writing it out. That's okay too. You took a picture of your journal. That's okay too. I don't mind that. And some people keep journals on a computer, so you can also email that if you're keeping your journal on a computer. But I don't think people realize how beneficial it is to write a journal. I have I have boxes and boxes and boxes of journals, mind you, that are years and years back. All my writings, my poems, my desires, my woes, and what hurt me. I mean, and when I read back on those, I realize, oh my gosh, how much of me has changed, and how my words have changed, and my feelings, and how I've grown as a person. And that's why I like keeping journals, because it really shows you your own growth. All right, time for another sip of coffee. And I keep this on it to keep the bugs out of there. I don't want no bugs in my coffee. And I always check too to make sure none got in there. Hello, Lori's Creations. How are you this good Friday journaling morning? You will have to watch the beginning. I showed whatever. Good. Glad to hear that. I was showing what everybody has turned in or missed, and I added some new things to the giveaway and showed a burn book, so you can watch that. I'm doing good this morning. Thank you. I mean, just look at these beautiful mornings, and I look out at the woods, and I can hear the birds and the crickets or whatever is making noises in there, and it sounds so beautiful in the morning. Yeah, you can do that. But we are on our week 5. Now we have our inner and outer goals. I cannot wait to do this, because even though I have done so much in my life, I still have goals that I want to do things with my channel. I want to do a craft club. We want to add a secondary book club to our. What do you guys think about that? Like, because I have a book club here, but I would like to have an online book club. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think an online book club would work? Because I have plenty of books to help people bring out the inner writer. Do you know we all have the ability to write? Now, I honed my skills when I was young. I really did. I was, for some reason, I would always play school, my mom told me, and I would write out stories at 5 years old. I would come up with the most wild stories that, like, she couldn't believe it that this was coming out of my little 5-year-old mind. But I think I was destined to be a writer, because that's when it started, and I would write all the time. And I think with that ability being in all of us, if we put our mindset to it, oh wow, you could write, and it's awesome. Now, I'm going to get in, I'm going to put my phone down here from the comments, and I'm going to get into our week 5 journal with me on Fridays. And now we are into our inner and outer goals. What do you really want? That's a big question mark, isn't it? What do you really want? Using the space below, list the things you want in life. Be specific by considering goals that are tangible and measurable so you can track your progress. For inner goals, consider such things as wanting to be more aware of negative thoughts or to be more positive and accepting. Instead of noting that you want inner peace, you might write that you want to spend an hour a day in quiet reflection. Instead of closer relationships, you might write that you want to invest 5 hours a day socializing or spending time with friends. You know, I noticed that the friendship thing has gotten kind of lost over the last several years. And you know, friends and family are a very important part of our spirituality, our everyday life. And if you get a good friend and that friend is there for you, you never let them go, because the friendship thing is not like it used to be. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're writing it out. And then for outer goals, instead of writing that you want more money, you might write that you want a job that pays 10,000 more a year than my current job, or you want 10 new clients per month. Now on some of the business I have, guys, that's what I want. I try to get at least 10 to 25 new clients per month, and that's the goals I set for myself. And very rarely do I miss that goal, because I stand behind my product and I know it works. And so that is your week 5 journal, and I will take a picture of this and put it in the back of the video so that it will remind you guys your inner and your outer goals, and then you could read this again in your own time before you write in your journal. And that's our week 5 of Journal with Me. So how are all you doing today? I see I have three people in here. I'm glad you guys came to spend Friday morning with me. Thank you so much. Do any of you have any questions about our Journaling Fridays? No questions. I think I'll drink some more while I'm waiting for questions. And I know I came on early. There wasn't too many people that probably expected my Journaling Friday to be live, so they'll probably be disappointed. I'm sorry, guys. It was such a nice morning. I wanted to go live with you guys, and I know there are a lot of people at work or some that aren't up yet for work, so yeah, but that's okay. I'm really happy to have those of you who came in to watch my Journaling Friday. Thank you so much. And cheers to you this Friday morning. Yep, yep. I know. I went on early, but I usually do it about that early in the morning. You know, sometimes earlier. Uh, the one morning it was like I think 6 my time when I started. So yeah, it does. But I really love doing the journal, and I'm used to journaling. So um, but it's real easy to do if you take about 5 minutes, sometimes 5-10 minutes. That's all it takes to write your journal out, and think about the questions, and the 9 questions in the beginning, guys, easy breezy. Just answer them in your journal, and you've already got weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4 knocked out, and it probably will take you 10 to 15 minutes. And if you're not a journaler, it might take you a half an hour. So keep that in mind. You know, if you're not used to journaling and then you sit down with a notebook, keep in mind it might take you a half an hour, a little longer, because you have to decide how you want your journal to look. Oh, really? Why did you think it was hard? The questions, or like how you feel about yourself, or which ones were hard. Hello, Kim, babies like mine. Good morning, good morning. We are the early bird group. Ah, I see. Yeah, I read everyone's. Uh, I think you turned in your week 4, if I remember. I know you did. I remember seeing it. That's okay. Yeah, you'll have to watch the beginning to look at our journalers, but I have everyone separated here in their weeks. Oh, let's find Lori's. Let's find Lori's. And I'm not, Kim, I'm not reading these out loud anymore because we're on our journey now. The questions I read out loud, but I won't read these. These are personal, and you guys are sharing them with me. Um, see, okay, Lori, I see, honey. That's what we were just talking about. That. If you remember what you wrote, yes, we just talked about that. And um, we got to sometimes write out what we want to change. Write out, and then how you're going to follow those through. Because, you know, if we didn't have adversity in our lives, I don't think we would grow as people. If we had everything easy handed to us, um, I just don't think we would grow as individuals. We wouldn't learn how to um, be happy in light of sadness. And if we didn't have that adversity, yes, I'm sad over my mom. I miss her like crazy. I miss our phone conversations. But also, it helps me grow inside as a person and my own strength. And if we didn't have that, I guess we would not. Everything would be the same. Everybody would have the same personality. So I think we need that. But if you ever want to talk about it, Lori, I'm a good listener. Yes, it did make you think. Exactly. Even myself doing my own, I'm like, oh my gosh. And you know, and then you're sharing them with me, and so I know some of them were putting it, you know, in shorter versions, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm not going to read them because to me, now that we're getting into the journey, it's getting more personal, and I am glad you all are on board with me. This is a fun, different giveaway, and it will help us grow as individuals. Kim, can you stay on the tablet at work? I know I can. Yep, and you know, and yeah, sometimes we just need to take the time to think about our direction, even when we already have a direction. Like I started my company years ago, and was I scared? You bet I was, because fear is part of life, but you have to learn to make the fear go away and do it anyway and empower yourself, because the Lord doesn't want us to be fearful or afraid, so that's why we need to dump that fear and empower ourselves to do the good things in life, and then the blessings will follow. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's what I'm reading your comments on now, but I just love the morning time out here. The scenery and the trees, the woods over there are so beautiful. And this tree right here in the back, that is, I call that my North 40. And I'll tell you what, that is one big tree. And when we had that thunderstorm the other day, oh my gosh, I heard a lightning crack. I mean, it rumbled the whole house, and I thought, oh no. And the first thing you think of is the big tree. Did it hit the big tree? Because that was a heck of a crack. I mean, if lightning strikes close enough to make your house rattle, oh yes, you know it's done some rattling. Thank you. Early morning and late evening is when I like to sit out here and enjoy the nature sound. I mean, we have bunnies, we have squirrels, we have deer, we have all kinds of things out here, and I love watching them. I love watching the bunnies play, and I love watching the squirrels chase each other around. It's very interesting and very peaceful. Yeah, I just love my Fridays. So, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Yes, it did. It did a lot of damage. Even here, there were a lot of trees down. I mean, that wind was whipping so hard, like crazy hard. I was even worried it was coming on so strong. Oh my, they're still without power. Wow. Well, be safe heading home. Be safe. Oh, good. You got to visit with your brother. These flies are now trying to get around my coffee, and I'm not going to let them. Ah, nothing like a hot cup of coffee in the morning, guys. I know I have a girlfriend who can't stand the taste of coffee. She drinks tea in the morning because she just don't like the taste of coffee. And when she came and stayed with me one weekend, I didn't have any tea, and she said, "Okay, I'll take coffee then." And then I said, "Well, here, I got creamer. You can go ahead and mask the taste of it if you want to." And then when she got done fixing it, I said, "Do you want some coffee to go with your creamer? You might as well warmed up the milk and just drank the creamer." I had to laugh at her. That was so funny. But see, the flies are coming around. Well, guys, it has been a beautiful morning, and I myself have to get off to work. And I hope you all enjoyed being live with me on our Journaling Friday. And I've really enjoyed it, and I want to thank all of you who came in. Thank you guys so much for watching us do our Journal Friday live. And I'll probably go live again sometime in the future. And don't forget, do your inner and outer goals. I will make sure a picture of that gets posted up on, I think I'll post it to Instagram because most of you guys are on Instagram. So I will post it on Instagram, guys. And then I'll do a mini version of our Friday so I can post that and your what you need to catch up on. Until then, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to that 1,000 subscriber giveaway on Saturday. And I'll see you guys then. And God bless.